The world's fastest man, Usain Bolt, has struck the mother lode with his lightning bolt salute. After diving for bronze, Tom Daley has unearthed a glittering career in television. And Cesar Cielo is tapping into a rich vein of Brazilian patriotism. Prospecting for glory at Rio 2016, they are all gold diggers. Clad in the unflattering lycra of the cycling fanatic, she's hard to recognise from the myriad of other riders, putting in the hard, sweaty yards on the roads and in the velodromes of Great Britain. But stick a couple of gold medals around her neck, send her off to meet the Queen, and Laura Trott scrubs up pretty well.
I feel so honoured to be here. Like, it's so weird.
Jason Kenny looks pretty fine too. In fact, together Trott and Kenny are the Kate and Wills of Team GB's Rio 2016 campaign. The two dual gold medalists from London first hooked up while training for the 2012 Olympics and initially tried to keep their romance a secret for fear of distractions before their hometown games. But they broke the two cardinal rules of clandestine love affairs.
Thank you very much.
Rule 1. Don't kiss in public. Rule 2. If you are going to kiss in public, don't do it while sitting right behind David Beckham, with half the world's photographers training their lenses on him at the London Olympics. After Trott had won gold in the team pursuit and the Omnium in the London Velodrome, and Kenny had won gold in the sprint and the team sprint, they were finally comfortable in coming clean. Now they are living together in Manchester and plan to marry after the Rio Olympics. Kenny has struggled to maintain his best form since London, but with Sir Chris Hoy now retired, he is the logical replacement as the track mainstay of Team GB. Trott has held her form well, and although she missed gold at the 2015 World Championships, she at least provided two of Great Britain's 3 silver medals, and is the logical heir to the throne occupied for a decade by the Queen of the Velodrome, Victoria Pendleton.
Vicky's like such an inspiration to me, and I don't think she can ever be replaced, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, if I can inspire as many people as Vicky have, yeah, that would be great.
The volume level goes up. The crowd have got what they came to see. A gold medal performance yet again from Laura Trott.
Trott was 8 when she was introduced to cycling by her mother, who took up riding a bicycle in a bid to lose weight. Her mum, in fact, lost 8 stone, and Trott found her life's calling and her true love. Coming up, Usain Bolt is the most marketable man in track and field, and we take a look at the most eye-catching athletes in Rio. Usain Bolt could just be the biggest thing to happen to athletics since the birth of the Olympic Games. Not only is he the world's fastest man, with individual world records in the 100 and 200 metre dash, but with his charisma, winning smile and trademark salute, the man known as the Lightning Bolt is his own brand, making him the most marketable athlete in the history of track and field. Although the earnings of track and field stars pale against the footballers and basketballers, according to the Forbes Sports Rich List, Bolt rakes in $21 million in endorsements. more than 20 times what other elite sprinters typically make. The bulk of that is the $10 million a year he receives from Puma, the biggest deal in athletics. And to make an appearance at an event, Bolt commands a fee between $250,000 and $350,000. Promoters pay the huge sums because if Bolt appears, he guarantees a sellout. He's done so ever since Beijing 2008, when he claimed his first Olympic golds in world record times for the 100, 200 and 4x100 meter relay. At London 2012, where he claimed another 3 golds, the 100 meter final was the hottest ticket for fans, with organisers receiving over 1 million requests, with prices set at over $1,000 each. Bolt's guaranteed to be the draw card again at Rio 2016, with a pledge to make history in the 200 metres that will have sports fans around the world asking, where were you when Usain Bolt broke the 19-second barrier?
It's my favorite event, and one of my biggest goals is to try to go sub-19. So I've always wanted to do that, so I said I'll focus more on the 200 metres when it comes to the world record, but I'll always be running the 100 metres.
Bolt's sure to have the majority of the Olympic Stadium in Rio de Janeiro urging him on, mustering overwhelming support in the mano-a-mano sprint event on Copacabana Beach, where he'd appeared for 3 years in the lead-up to the Games. A great way not only for Bolt to drum up local support, but for Olympic organisers to build anticipation ahead of the main event. Rio was to be Bolt's last season of competition too, as he looked to bow out as a 9-time Olympic champion. But his sponsors feel he still has so much more to give.
I think I might go one more year. My sponsors have asked me to do one more year, so I may go on to 2017. Definitely looking forward to coming to Rio because this is where I can try to push my legend status to a higher level.
Bolt transcends the sport of track and field itself, like Michael Jordan in basketball, Tiger Woods in golf, or David Beckham in football. Success for Bolt in Rio means success for Rio on the Olympic stage. The Olympic Games has speed. It has power. It has grace. It has precision. And unquestionable sex appeal. As we prepare your viewing guide for the Games with the athletes you don't want to miss.
Go. This time just open up this one.
High jumper Blanka Vlasic should be top of the watch list. At 6'4" tall, she cuts a stylish figure and is known for her striking pose after clearing the bar. A silver medalist in Beijing, the Croatian has the second highest jump in the history of the women's high jump, with a personal best of 2.08 meters. Those long legs aren't just for attracting viewers. In the pool, Australia's James Magnussen cuts a fine figure. And that 3-day growth only adds to his masculine charm. It's hardly surprising he's dating a model, Rose McAvoy, who studied law in Melbourne. Magnussen is happy to feed his fan base on social media, whether with McAvoy or his best friend, the six-pack. If you'd rather see him flying solo, look out for the 50-metre and 100-metre freestyle events to see the missile fly towards Olympic gold. With his strong arms and powerful legs, David Oliver is a whole lot more than just Team USA's top hurdler. He claimed bronze in 2008, but as the 2013 World Champion and 2015 Pan American Champion, he's not only a shoo-in for 2016, but aiming to finish top of the podium to give everyone a better look at his athletic frame and cheeky smile.
Very good possibility.
Tennis ace Ana Ivanovic first appeared at the Olympic Games at London 2012 in the singles and mixed doubles competition. Though she failed to medal then, she's captured hearts throughout the tennis world. Ivanovic is one half of one of the world's most famous sporting couples, along with German footballer Bastian Schweinsteiger. But with those bedazzling green eyes, she has plenty more fans than that cheering her on. A new event at Rio 2016 is Rugby Sevens. A bruising sport that's fast, technical, and hard-hitting. Players require not just time on the training pitch, but pumping iron in the gym. And who better to guide us through a workout than some of England's top players? Top of the list for producing those powerful legs, a staple of any workout, is the back squat.
Back squat is a great, powerful movement. It's going to incorporate all your legs, your core, specifically good for power movements like scrums, tackling, etc.
Players need to break through a defensive line with blistering acceleration. For that, there's the box jump.
So this is a box jump. It's great if you're working on acceleration, explosive power. It will help with the first 10 metres.
Or if you've got a partner, you can give the prowler push a go. The press up and rotate helps chisel a strong core, which can boost every part of the body. An important aspect of running and changing direction at speed. But you wouldn't be a rugby player without a big upper body, which not only helps smash through the opposition, but can soften the blow when taking a hit. For that, there's the jammer press.
It's a really powerful exercise that works your chest, your shoulders and your triceps. It's really important in rugby for the likes of the handoff, when you're trying to push someone away from you.
And it wouldn't be an upper body workout without the trusty pull-up to work the back muscles. And the old favourite for that chiseled pec line, the bench press.
Just in line. My chest, and then I'm pushing up again.
Rugby players are some of the fittest, strongest, and most agile performers. For a game this fast, this powerful, and this hard, they have to be. Next, Tom Daley's rode from the platform to the screen, and the biggest gold diggers headed to Rio. We looked at Usain Bolt, who heads to Rio aiming to become one of the greatest Olympians of all time, completing the triple-triple by claiming his 7th, 8th and 9th golds in his 3rd Olympics. So let's take a look at who else heads to Rio as the ultimate gold diggers. Kimberly Roday is the first American woman to win an individual medal in 5 consecutive Olympic Games. Competing in the double trap and skeet, Roday has won 3 golds, 1 silver and a bronze. At 37, she's got her sights set on a 6th in Rio, and she's on target. Another US athlete, runner Allyson Felix, is already one of the greatest female Olympians in history, with 4 golds and 2 silvers, competing in the 200, 4x100 and 4x400 metre relays. Now Felix has added the 400 metres to her Rio 2016 challenge. And despite the heavy workload, she has the legs to carry her through to the finish. In cycling, Team GB's Sir Bradley Wiggins has already claimed 4 gold, 1 silver and 2 bronze. In the individual pursuit, team pursuit, the Madison and the time trial.
He rode in 96 and...
He enters Rio off the back of breaking the world 1-hour record in 2015 and is aiming for the team pursuit on the track rather than the road races. After all, 1 more medal can't hurt. With 6 gold, 1 silver and 2 bronze, Italy's Valentina Vezzali is already the greatest female Olympic champion in the history of fencing. Known as the Cobra for her lightning reflexes, Vezzali has become a politician back home, but has no intention on giving up a dream swan song in Rio. And finally, no list of Olympic greats would be complete without US swimmer Michael Phelps. With 18 gold, 2 silver and 2 bronze, Phelps is an icon of the Games. No one has won more Olympic medals in swimming or any other sport. At 31 in Rio and having returned to the pool following a brief retirement, it's tough for Phelps to replicate his 8 golds from 2008, but he'll be pushing all the way to the finish. As decorated as Michael Phelps is, he's bitten the bullet of controversy. Phelps has been caught not once, but twice for drink driving offences. Firstly in 2004 when he was just 18, and a second time in 2014 after leaving a Baltimore casino. While his jail sentence was suspended, that bus saw him banned from the 2015 World Championships by Team USA. So even the darling of swimming has a dark side. Not cool, Phelpsy. Not cool. Diver Tom Daley claimed a bronze medal at London 2012 in the 10-metre platform. For most, that would be a platform to build further success in the pool. But for someone as charismatic and as easy on the eye as Daley, it was a platform to launch a career in television. The golden boy of Team GB, after winning the World Championships when he was just 15, Daley became the expert mentor on ITV show Splash. A show that followed celebrities as they attempt to master the art of diving. It achieved reasonable viewing numbers, but was shunned by critics and lasted just 2 seasons. For Daley, though, it enhanced his public persona, despite angering the head of British swimming, David Sparks, claiming Daley was in danger of putting his media work before his sporting career. Those claims were rubbished by Daley's Plymouth diving coach, Andy Banks, and of course, his mother, Debbie. Daley had no interest in slowing down his media appearances, as he returned to screens with the show Tom Daley Goes Global. Backpacking around the world for 6 weeks, having life-changing experiences including skydiving and bungee jumping. Daley picked up another podium finish, voted by the British public as one of the top 3 men they would most like to be stranded with on a Caribbean island. So next for Daley was competing in the Caribbean Cup Challenge, alongside Australian swimmer Ian Thorpe and US gymnast Gabby Douglas, going head-to-head in a number of challenges, from kayaking to sushi making, water polo and rock climbing.
It was actually the biggest climbing wall on any ship or at sea. I couldn't wait to get up there. I love heights, I love all that kind of stuff. So I'm used to climbing ladders to get to the top of a 10-metre diving board. But it was actually quite nice to actually try and climb with just kind of small little pieces of rock and to try and actually get up there as quick as we possibly could.
When Daley isn't on TV, he's entertaining his thousands of fans on Twitter with raunchy calendar snaps and a collection of vines that could one day themselves be a TV show of his life. There's little doubt that when he finally retires from diving, he can build a career in television presenting. But right now, after claiming bronze at the 2015 World Championships, Daley's mind is fixed on picking up something a bit shinier at Rio 2016. When Great Britain's dual Olympic gold medalist Mo Farah won the 2014 European 10,000 metres ahead of countryman Andy Vernon, it seemed like a harmonious result for two teammates. Wrong. A few months later, the acrimony between the pair exploded on Twitter when Vernon suggested the quality of fields Farah had been meeting were a joke. A war of words ensued once Farah hit back by suggesting he always leaves Vernon in his dust. Vernon didn't appear too rattled by Farah's use of Taylor Swift quotes. But when Farah labelled Vernon slower than the pop star and an embarrassment, the British public cried out. Farah, who was the poster boy for Team GB's Home Olympics in 2012, took the brunt of the blame and was labelled arrogant. Considering just days after the row, he broke the 2-mile world record at the Birmingham Indoor Grand Prix. If anyone can be arrogant, it's Farah. But with sponsors paying the bulk of his wages and sponsorships depending on his squeaky clean public image, Farah did apologise, albeit to the British public and not to Andy Vernon. After the break, a Brazilian swim hero and the pressures of being the face of Rio 2016. The challenge of a home nation Olympic Games can both inspire and weigh heavy on an athlete. And as one of the faces of Rio 2016, Brazilian swimmer Cesar Cielo will be feeling the pressure more than most. Born and raised in Sao Paulo, Cielo was a keen sportsman, taking up judo and volleyball. As a teenager, he dedicated himself to swimming, at first in the backstroke, but it was in the freestyle sprint events that he found his niche. He set the 50-metre and 100-metre freestyle world records, became Brazil's most successful Olympian in the pool with 50-metre freestyle gold and 100-metre freestyle bronze at Beijing in 2008. Before a disappointing 50-metre freestyle bronze in 2012.
This is sport, my friends, especially the 50-metre freestyle. Although it was not fun for me this time, nor for Brazil. This is why sport is fun, to see who will perform better at that particular moment. And I hope I can be successful in the years to come.
As if he didn't put enough expectations on his shoulders, one of his closest rivals and reigning 50-metre Olympic champion, France's Florent Manodou, heaped even more on the Brazilian.
I think there will be a lot of pressure for Cesar because he will be competing at home. I will be the outsider.
It's a good job Cielo has those big swimmer's shoulders to rest all that pressure on. It's taken its toll, though, with Cielo unable to defend his World Championship titles due to a shoulder injury in 2015. For Rio, he's taken on a captain's role, aiming not only for individual glory, but to drive Brazil to their most successful Olympics ever. That could have been inspired by his new role at home, becoming a first-time father with model girlfriend Kelly Gish. If anything could inspire Cielo, it would be to claim gold in front of his young family. Whether it's the home crowd, his rivals, his family, or himself, the pressure to perform is intangible. It's a challenge Cielo can only hope to overcome. That's all for now on Gold Diggers. We'll see you next time.